I just want to politely remind you guys, it's 5 minutes, so, just wanted to remind you. I'm actually kind of nervous too, mine might be over 5 minutes. Anyways, next up we have Daniel, and he's going to tell us about the 9 kids in the Special Olympics.
Oh. Perfect way to start.
Oh.
Here we go.
Okay. So give it up for Daniel.
This is an opportunity to say
The 9 kids in the Special
Yeah, I can
Olympics.
remember. Go. Alright, I want to impose a question. Why is it that in our world today, it's kind of hard to be finding people being unified? This is a story, a true story, about 9 children that were involved in and being given the opportunity to actually participate and compete in the Special Olympics. And for those of you who don't know what the Special Olympics are, it's basically designed, created to allow and kind of give an opportunity for people with physical disabilities and intellectual disabilities to actually compete in the Olympics. Now these 9 children, they became friends very fast. They would, dine together, they would sleep together, and they would even practice and train for their events. And one day they found out that they actually would be facing each other and be against each other in the same particular event. And so as the day came on, the 9 children, they went to the starting line, and the gunshot went off. The starting gunshot went off. And by whatever means of physical locomotion they had, or by whatever means of physical abilities they had, they started to move and approach the end track, end of the line. And there was this one child, and this one child had Down syndrome. And he was very special, and the reason why he was special is because in the middle of his race, he didn't have any concern, or he had no, he didn't really have any intention to it. He kind of just wanted to enjoy what he was going through. And he looked back to see how his friends were doing. And when he looked back behind him, he realized that one of his friends actually hadn't even moved out of the starting gate that he felt. So the child with Down syndrome, he decided to go back and help his friend out. And now, whether it was from that, it was meant to be or whatnot, it was kind of as if it was speaking at an unspoken level, where all the children, one by one, decide to stop the race and go back, walk back to the starting line and help his friend. And when they all got there, they knelt down, picked him up by his arms, and they decided to link their arms together and complete the race, all of them together, linking their arms. And at the end of the race, they said that it made no difference if one of them actually, crossed the line and won, but it made all the difference in the world that they all together as one finished the line. They finished the race together, and they said that we are one. So as you guys can see here, this is my object. Basically, it's 9 paper clips representing the linking of the 9 children finishing the race. And it's kind of clear how it represents unity and oneness. It's a perfect reflection of the story with the 9 children at the Special Olympics. And what I found interesting was the fact that despite these physical disabilities and despite the intellectual disabilities these 9 children had, they were able to deep down feel what it's like to be unified and not really have concern with winning the race. And I just feel like it kind of proves that the concept or the energy of unity and being together, oneness, isn't really comprehended intellectually, but something that is beyond, something that's kind of universal that we all have. Yeah, and I want to leave you guys with one more question. If we all were to focus on, unifying ourselves, would the world be more unified as one together?